century Chinese merchant. Lucao has a street named after him and a garden too. Lucao checking out the view. Lucao checking out the skyline. Lucao checking out his street. Lucao checking out his town. Ieok garden in Macau. Ieok road in Taipa. Beautiful gardens and beautiful views. Walking Macau Malu, Estrada, Ieok. Lucao checking out the view. Lucao checking out the skyline. Lucao checking out his street. Lucao checking out his town. Checking, just checking. Really just checking, checking it out.
So we're going to be walking down this one, Ieok Road, and just to give you some information about it, I started by coming up from down here, and so that's what this is all about. This right here, and I'll kind of explain a little bit, but we're going to be walking down the hill from here through what looks like woods, and we're actually kind of up on a hillside, and the rest of Taipa would be down here. But yeah, we're going to be walking down that way, and you'll get some views as well, but this is definitely the best view right here. So that's basically what we're doing. Macau. So this one is Ieok, and this one, there's this beautiful road that we're going to be doing. You saw some of the preview. I'm going to do the walk and talk in a minute. You can see the map behind me, and I'm also going to give the lyrics. So the lyrics are coming up now. And basically this is a prominent guy from the 19th century, a 19th century merchant, and he actually had this beautiful plot of land up in the northern part of Macau. So there's a park named after him, as well as this particular street in Taipa, northern Taipa. At the end, I always do the thumbnails, and I do the last two times that I was on the same street that I was on. But this particular one, I'm going to have thumbnail 1, the last time I was on the street, and then thumbnail 2 would be that park. So you can see that too if you want to see what that looks like. It's really beautiful. Okay, no further ado, let's do the walk and talk where I narrate and walk down this beautiful street with a beautiful view in Taipa. Okay, so we're going to be walking down that road with all these tall buildings right there, and give you some other, let you kind of know what some other stuff you hear. This is called Huadu View, like is a street of the view, and then over here we have just kind of Taipa proper, all these tall buildings, so that kind of goes into the more urban area. But we're up on the hillside of Taipa in this particular video, and there's more tall apartments over on this side. So all of these go down to the ground, but we're actually way up there. So we're I think maybe 4th or 5th, I don't know, somewhere. I think at 5th floor. I think there's no floor right here, but you can take this elevator down right there. So that elevator just takes you down the mountainside. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we're starting at. And so the one that we saw on down below was Street of the View, Rue des Visieux. That sounds like a French word. And then this is the one that we're going to be on, and then this was the one that was on the other side of those tall buildings. And also down there is a jockey club. So if somebody was living up here, up on the hillside, you can just take that elevator right there. And it's kind of interesting just seeing all these tall apartments like this. Kind of new, the screen. This wasn't here before, but you can see like all the new recent paint. I think what they're trying to do is a lot of people will cut through here, and it's a little bit dangerous because of there's a sidewalk over there, but kind of like a lot of other people, I also want to be on this side because it's more photogenic. And actually there's even like somebody has a private house right there. There is the guy right there, I guess. Which is kind of amazing, right? So, actually I'm not so sure if that's, I don't know if it could be a lot of different stuff. And because it's not that safe to be on this side, I'm gonna walk over here. but I can still give you some views from this side. There you go. So yeah, kind of stunning, right? So I'm going to turn the camera off and then I'm going to film up ahead a little bit. So we're going to be walking around this corner. And yeah, you can see how I would much rather be on that other side of the street. So the sidewalk's on kind of the wrong side. Of course, everybody would love to walk with a view, right? But yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing that little random house like that and some cars and a driveway. Okay, so we're going to be walking downhill. I think the camera just started shaking a little bit. Oh yeah, that's the other issue too. The sidewalk goes that way, but there's no sidewalk here. So I guess that's why you see people over here sometimes. And then you can see this driveway right here, right? Amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get over to the other side. But also, just to kind of give you some reference points, there's another round of tall buildings with a taller hill on the other side, and you can see those trees over there. You can also see that overpass. That looks pretty cool from up above. Sure, no shortage of cool stuff in this area. There's that one, and you can see the mountains up at the top. You can also see all these kind of cool balconies everywhere too, right? You also see the amazing view. And I think the sun is going to be coming down, or the sun. So we're kind of getting a sunset. So people that live up on this street, or actually any of these tall buildings, would have a really nice sunset view, right? And if we walk all the way down, it slowly goes downhill. And I think we're gonna see like a Cape Verdean consulate down below. I think the camera's already starting to shake a little bit as I move, which means I'll have to move it a lot less. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the camera off for now until I get down a little bit further down the hill. Yeah, you can see some other houses right there too, which is kind of interesting that somebody has those houses. And then somebody also owns these little car parks. It seems like if you own that car park, wouldn't you want to turn it into like some kind of home, even if it's small? And we got the bus. I think this is the only bus that goes up this way, the 35 bus. And straight ahead, you can see all these windows in that building right there. That's called Yoho Towers. So it's kind of pretty in its own way. So I'm gonna turn the camera off again, and then turn it on when we get past these towers a little ways. Okay, so we walk down a little bit further. There's Yoho Towers right there. I think I have to move the camera slowly because I feel like it's gonna start to shake a little bit. When it gets a little bit darker, it's like the camera doesn't, but this is kind of near the end. Like at the end is a gas station. But right here, there's kind of these row of like mansion looking places, which looks kind of cool. And we're gonna walk by some of those. It looks amazing. It's also kind of a quiet street too. So when you come up here, it just feels like you're really away from the city. Even though, you know, when we started out, we saw those tall buildings, right? But then you come up here and we kind of lost our elevation. We've been going downhill a little bit. But still, this is just like one street that goes up. And then if you kept going straight ahead of, behind where we're at now, it would just keep, there's another hilltop, whole other little apartment area thing down that way. So anyways, this kind of gives you an idea of what this is like in this particular spot of the street. Let's just get on. Some beautiful doors. I just turned the camera off and I just turned it right back on again because I saw those doors. But yeah, some really beautiful mansions, right? So some of the people that live here, they might own some of the, more prominent businesses that are quite successful in the city. Okay. And way down there would be the gas station, but I don't think I'm gonna go too much further down with the camera because it kind of has the same feeling, and I'm not really seeing people around or anything to make it more interesting for a viewer. So what I'm gonna do, dang, that car came cruising by me at pretty high speeds, so fast that he's moving. All the garage doors are like shaking. I guess it's a good place to speed, I guess, eh? And then there's a couple of restaurants here. There's Honolulu, and then there's another one called Zen as well. And then this pink one, this green one, I think that used to be the Cape Verdean consulate, but I don't know if it is anymore. And then there's a little Honolulu cafe too. And I think on that note, we're going to end our video.
Little Ieok garden in Macau, little Ieok road in Taipa. Beautiful gardens and beautiful views, Walking Macau Streets, Estrada, Ieok.